Hello YouTubers, RogueMonkeyJr here. So just yesterday a new patch dropped for Apex Legends introducing the Iron Crown event as well as solo mode, which are the two most notable things of this latest update. But there were also some changes, some bug fixes, some weapon balancing that was done, and we're just going to go through the patch notes really quick. They're not too long, but they are interesting nonetheless. So of course, limited time mode solos. So yes, they are finally dipping their toes into these solo waters. We're going to put it out there and see what happens. Too early to say if this will become permanent or not. Healthy matchmaking across all modes is a priority, which is great. Give it a shot and let us know what you think. Also, Octane Town Takeover, so there's a new town on Kings Canyon between the airbase and Thunderdome. So that whole town there was changed and it's just an action-packed just mess of people jumping there due to the event challenge, but it is a lot of fun. Also, double XP for top 5 and wins on the weekend, so from 10 AM PST on August 16th through 10 AM PST on August 19th, players will earn double XP for top 5s and wins all weekend long. This bonus will affect both account level and battle pass progression. A special collection event Apex pack in Iron Crown event store, so all of the special skins that have sparked quite a bit of disappointment in players that were looking to spend a little bit of money on those nice skins to find out that it was locked behind $7 loot boxes. But this isn't a video about that. There also is a new Bloodhound heirloom set that will be added to the regular crates after the event is over. Exclusive event challenges with free loot, so you get a couple of challenges that would give you some Iron Crown event badges which you can spend on event specific loot. And you also get a couple of badges as well as 2 loot crates. Moving on to bug fixes, so fixed issue where assigned challenges were not resetting properly and giving rewards, fixed bug causing incorrect calculation of kill death ratio and player stats, fixed an issue where sometimes a care package would clip into map geometry, fixed a bug that was sometimes showing Apex Predator ranked players RP as 0 when viewing the badge in the lobby, fixed issue with players having connection issues when trying to join a squad that has already played a match, fixed issue where daily and weekly challenges would reset earlier than communicated in-game, Xbox only fixed bug where players would sometimes not receive the player achievement when hitting level 50, fixed a bug where sometimes arc stars would attach to players and some objects at a distance and appear to float off of them, fixed bug where sometimes arc stars would not explode or do no damage when it detonates, fixed issue with players sometimes unable to unlock the double duty badge, fixed bug where sometimes using a healing item while experiencing bad ping would cause them to heal for twice as much. They also added a couple of quality of life improvements, so added a death recap to the end of match summary that will display a damage summary of your last battle, improved the UI during the match summary to better show battle pass progression, which is great, added in-game surveys, so while playing you may get a prompt that will pop up asking if you enjoyed the last match. This data will be helpful to us, so please provide your input when you see it. I suspect it's probably to see if matchmaking is actually working properly. They added an option to spectate enemies after dying, and they also added back the spectating icon, which I don't know why they would add that back. I suspect it's probably a mistake. Added option to invite squad in the squad tab. Players should no longer lose RP when experiencing a server crash or disconnect in rank mode. Fixed issue where squad mates could not ping a friendly Wraith portal, fixed issue where players could pull other players out of a match by joining them and then joining another friend from the lobby. Super annoying, I'm glad that's fixed. Fixed issue where sometimes a player would get left behind from their squad in the lobby after they enter a match. Fixed issue where players would sometimes get a party not ready error message even though they were no longer in a party. Fixes that should improve overall game stability to reduce crashes. Next we move to weapon balance, so disruptor rounds with the alternator. They reduced the shielded damage multiplier from 1.7 to 1.55, and the designer notes goes as follows: disruptor rounds on the alternator are shredding shields a bit too quickly and still proving to be stronger than intended, so we're reducing the disruptor rounds multiplier on shield damage. The RE45 got an increased magazine size for all tiers, and they are as follows, so base 16, common 19, rare 22, and epic has 25 rounds in the magazine. Designer notes, we're giving the RE45 a small boost in power by giving it one more round for every mag size. Downing a non-fortified enemy with the RE45 with a 0, 50, 75, and 100 shields requires 10, 14, 16, and 19 shots, respectively, so this extra round gives the gun the ability to one mag more armored enemies instead of leaving them barely alive. The R301 saw an increased vertical and horizontal recoil, slightly increased recoil pattern randomness. Designer notes, we've made these changes as we've seen that the R301 is a bit stronger than intended at long range. We've adjusted the recoil to balance keeping it effective at medium to close range, which is the original intent, but it should be more difficult for players to auto-fire and still laser enemies at long distances. Now moving on to Legends. So general, they made adjustments to Pathfinders and low-profile Legends hitboxes. Taking shots to the hip now does torso damage instead of leg damage. This should more closely match the behavior of other Legends. They fixed a bug where activating a healing item would cancel the ultimate for Legends that need to prime it, such as Bangalore, Pathfinder, Caustic, Gibraltar, and Bloodhound. Fixed an exploit where players would sometimes be able to still shoot while downed. This happened only once to me. I was on the receiving end of it, and it is extremely frustrating, so I'm glad that it is fixed. Bloodhound increased the distance that Bloodhound can see traversal clues left by other players, but not other kinds of clues, to 25 meters. They adjusted the area of effect for Bloodhound's tactical to 125 FOV. Wraith, based on player feedback, we've reduced the hum audio that's playing while using Wraith's kunai. Fixed issue where actions for Wraith would have a slight delay when her weapon is holstered and crouching or sliding while the kunai is equipped. Fixed an exploit that allowed players to remove the cooldown for Wraith's tactical ability. Mirage fixed bug where Mirage was able to stay invisible and still able to shoot and melee when using his ultimate on a zipline. And Octane fixed a bug where sometimes Octane's jump pad would not launch the player. So that does it for the patch notes. So there was a little bit more than just the Iron Crown event, as well as the addition of solo modes. There was, weapon balancing and legend changes and bug fixes. Let me know your thoughts on solo mode so far. If you want to really talk about the loot boxes for the event, we can talk about that in the comments section down below. Also, a link to the full patch notes will be in the top pinned comment as well as in the description. Hit the like button if you enjoyed the video, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and as always, thank you very much for watching. I really appreciate it, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Have a good one.